Hello Pistons fans, David Mayo from MLive here at Barclays Center, where the Pistons tonight are 87-83 losers to the Brooklyn Nets in a terrible loss, a game the Pistons really needed to get to save one of the two on this road trip. Brooklyn was in a back-end game. It's the first time this season that the Pistons have come into a game rested against a team that played the night before. Brooklyn had a really tough loss last night at Cleveland. They came in here with very little energy in the first half of the game. Really looked like a team looking to get blown out, and yet the Pistons let them hang around, never did the job. This was a game that wasn't lost in the fourth quarter. It was lost in the first three quarters when the Pistons let Brooklyn hang around, when it was only a 6-point game at halftime despite Brooklyn scoring only 35 points, when it was only a 10-point game midway through the third quarter when Brooklyn still couldn't score, and when it was only an 8-point game going into the fourth quarter and Brooklyn was in shooting range, and that's what they did. They shot it in the fourth quarter, 11 out of 20, or 11 out of 18 in the fourth quarter, 7 out of 27 for the Pistons, who shoot 33.7%, their worst field goal percentage of the game, and you lose. But again, that game wasn't lost in the fourth quarter when Reggie Jackson went 0 for 5. It was lost in the first three quarters when he went 4 for 15. After the game, he had a box score torn up, shredded into little pieces, scattered all around his locker. I don't know that he's the one who did it, but he's probably the guy who did it, and maybe that's where you'd leave this one, just shredded in a pile in front of Reggie Jackson's locker. The Pistons go back home tomorrow night, Monday night, to play the Houston Rockets, first of 4 consecutive games against teams with sub-500 records. That didn't help them tonight, and it hasn't helped them a lot all year as they fall to 3-4 against teams with losing records. But we'll see if they can get that straightened out this week, beginning Monday night at Houston. I'll see you then from the Palace of Auburn Hills.